One day, an elderly man in Africa took a young man into a forest and asked him, "Look around you and tell me what you see." The young man, after observation, replied, "I notice that all the trees are growing upward from the ground." "Excellent," replied the old man. "The lesson here is that you must grow. Everything grows upward. There is not one tree in the forest that grows toward another tree, and they are all growing, each one in its kind, toward the sky. As African people, we have to grow no matter what has happened to us, and our growth should not be a move toward other people or to become like other people, but we must grow toward the standard of our own values of Ubuntu. Essentially, we have been trying by all means to develop and become like the people who enslaved us, and in that process, we have become not like them. We have turned ourselves into little British, little French, and little Portuguese. The ancestor John Henry Clark once said, "Whenever a people begin to think that their best way to live is to become like other people, they are making themselves prisoners of those they want to imitate." Whether there is a jail or not, that is not important, because the psychological jail of your mind to depend on others is the cruelest jail ever invented. Actually, the reason why Africans always want to belong to other people's institutions and identify with others is not because of lack of resources, skills, or capabilities. It is indeed because of two fundamental reasons. One, Africans are afraid to go alone, and second, Africans are disorganized. Mostly, we feel like going alone will be destructive, but it is only by being alone that people can discover themselves, challenge themselves, and grow as people in charge of their own destiny. In fact, there is not one nation in this world that has emerged through multilateral assistance without a strong internal locus of control. If life began in Africa and Africa gave civilization and science to the world, it means we emerged alone. In fact, we lived in palaces before Europeans walked out of their holes, wore shoes, and lived in houses with windows.